Welcome to Rhythm and Word, a weekly video devotional from Fourth Presbyterian Church in Chicago. I'm Rocky Suppinger. I'm one of the pastors here. In this series of videos for June of 2025, I'm sharing passages from Heretics and Orthodoxy, two books of essays about faith in the modern world written by the British essayist G.K. Chesterton. I first read these books 25 years ago, and they contain some of the sentiments that have most significantly shaped my faith and how I talk about it. I quote them all the time. Today, I want to share some things about travel. Oddly enough, we are entering the summer season now, and many of us may be making plans for vacations to faraway locales. My family, in fact, is going to go to England in July for 2 weeks, and you can imagine that I'm very much looking forward to that. Travel is a privilege. To be able to board a plane in Chicago and fly to England, or Beijing or Buenos Aires or Johannesburg for that matter, allows us to experience the world in a way that most people across the span of human history have not been able to do. And we consider this to our benefit. We take it almost for granted that such access to the diverse array of geographies and cultures and cuisines broadens us as people. It makes us more understanding, more interesting. G.K. Chesterton didn't exactly share that assumption. At least, he didn't share the enthusiasm with which it was expressed by one of his contemporaries, the novelist and poet Rudyard Kipling, author of The Jungle Book. Kipling was born in India, which at the time was part of the British Empire, and he traveled extensively throughout his life and wrote of the wonders of the reaches of the empire compared to provincial English life. What should they know of England who only England know is one of his most well-known expressions of this sentiment, that knowing lots of different places is superior to knowing but one. It comes from a poem Kipling wrote called The English Flag. Chesterton took issue with this, and this has stayed with me. In the third chapter of Heretics, which is titled On Mr. Rudyard Kipling and Making the World Small, Chesterton turned that aphorism on its head to ask instead, what can they know of England who know only the world? I'll read the larger paragraph. Mr. Rudyard Kipling has asked in a celebrated epigram what they can know of England who know England only. It is a far deeper and sharper question to ask what can they know of England who know only the world. For the world does not include England any more than it includes the church. The moment we care for anything deeply, the world, that is, all the other miscellaneous interests, becomes our enemy. Christians showed it when they talked of keeping oneself unspotted from the world. But lovers talk of it just as much when they talk of the world well lost. Astronomically speaking, I understand that England is situated on the world. Similarly, I suppose that the church was a part of the world, and even the lovers, inhabitants of that orb. But they all felt a certain truth. The truth that the moment you love anything, the world becomes your foe. Thus, Mr. Kipling does certainly know the world. He is a man of the world, with all the narrowness that belongs to those imprisoned in that planet. He knows England as an intelligent English gentleman knows Venice. He has been to England a great many times. He has stopped there for long visits. But he does not belong to it, or to any place. And the proof of it is this, that he thinks of England as a place. The moment we are rooted in a place, the place vanishes. We live like a tree with the whole strength of the universe. I think the reason these sentences have always spoken to me is that I've never really felt rooted in a place. I grew up in a suburb of Denver, but moved away for college, as did many of my high school classmates. After college, I spent a year abroad. Then I lived in Kansas City for 2 years before going to seminary in New Jersey for 3 years, back to Kansas City for my wife's residency for 3 more years, then to California for 8 years, and then in 2016 to Chicago, where I've lived for a little over 9 years. The longest I've lived in any one place other than that suburb I left when I was 18. Moving around like this has been a tremendous privilege, of course, yet it has not been without consequences. I doubt that I've ever lived like a tree with the whole strength of the universe, rooted in a particular place. Many of us experience life like this, I'm sure. The wisdom and the warning that I have taken from these lines of Chesterton concern the relationship of place to our faith. We follow Jesus in the place where we live day to day. We follow Jesus to the grocery store and the park, to our office and our kids' schools. The places are not incidental to our discipleship, and our love of those places is an expression of our love for the people that we share those places with. Our love for the place we live is ultimately an expression of our love of God. Jesus was not born to the world in a general way. He was born in a particular place. Roman-occupied Palestine, the town of Bethlehem. He grew up in a town called Nazareth in the province of Galilee, and his ministry, which we encounter in the Gospels, was carried out across that particular province. What doubt can there be but that Jesus was rooted in that place, and that the power of his ministry, teaching, preaching, healing, defending the poor, outcasts, that was an expression of his love of that place. As we grow in our love for God, may we grow too in our love for the places where we live. May we love them so much they even vanish. Amen.